Hi everyone, I want to show you with this video how to build End Titles by Daftpunk from the movie Tron Legacy. It's a really nice song, and with the Tb3 is the perfect machine to do that. So first of all, some structure of the song. Allora, the pattern is really simple because it's 8 notes repeated 4 times for each pattern. Okay, this is a schematic fixed for each of 8 pattern. Bass, bass, melody, 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 bass, melody. This is all the same for all the song. Of course, change the notes, but the structure is this. And then you need some slide, because I try with accent or some swing, but the slide is the best way to reproduce the funky movement of this song. So slide, 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 slide for every of 8 pattern. Well, I choose A21 like sound for this song, but you can choose what you want. First of all, in the keyboard, set the octave in the middle. I mean, not in this way, because when you are in the step rec mode, because you have to move from the octave, this is a good reference. So set in the middle, then swing, push tempo, and then move the knob. This is the positive side, and this is the negative side. Set to +1, okay? Then go into pattern, and then we can start to build the song. First of all, enter in step rec mode, and then I show you step by step how to set note, slide, and etc. So lower octave, G sharp, again, this time standard octave, G sharp, this is the melody, A sharp, higher octave, C sharp, again the melody, middle octave, A sharp, this is the bass, so back in the lower octave, G sharp, last note of the melody, go into the higher octave, D sharp. So this is the first pattern. Of course, you need some slide to do this sound. So back for the slide. Slide, second note. Slide, third note. 5 note slide, 6, and the last one, 8. So my suggestion is, if you want to play automatically, so what I mean, using this way, 4 time, 4 time, 4 time, you have to write all the 32 steps. Step rec, from 8 you go to 32. It's the boring part, but in this way you can focus on the cutoff resonance when you play the song. So your choice. I mean, you can write 8 times and then change manually after 4 times, 4 times, push 4 times, push 4 times, or writing you can play automatically. So your choice. Then second pattern, step rec mode, lower octave, F sharp, F sharp again, middle octave B, middle octave A sharp, middle octave F sharp, middle octave A sharp, again the bass, so lower octave, F sharp, and the last note of the melody, higher octave, D sharp. Then, of course, the slide. Slide is second note, third, 5, 6, and 8. Okay, so third pattern. Step rec mode, then lower octave E, lower octave again E, then middle octave F sharp, G sharp, higher octave C sharp, middle octave B, bass, so back in the lower octave E, then last note is higher octave C sharp. Of course, slide second note, third, 5, 6, and 8. Okay, fourth pattern, step rec mode. So, in this case, middle octave, D sharp, the bass is set in the middle octave. Again, then F sharp, even in the middle octave, G sharp, higher octave, D sharp, C sharp, again in the higher octave, back for the bass, so middle octave, C sharp, and then last note of the melody, higher octave, D sharp. Slide, second, third, 5, 6, and the last note. Well, 5 pattern, middle octave, again C sharp, C sharp, F sharp, middle octave, G sharp, higher octave C sharp, middle octave B, this is the bass, C sharp in the middle octave, higher octave C sharp. Okay, number 6 of the pattern, step rec mode, lower octave E, again, middle octave C sharp, D sharp, G sharp, F sharp, this is the bass, so back in the lower octave, E, and the last note is in the middle octave, G sharp. Okay, this is the 7 pattern, step rec mode. So, lower octave, F sharp, again, then middle octave B, middle octave A sharp, F sharp, higher octave C sharp, back for the bass, so lower octave F sharp, and the last note, higher octave D sharp. Well, this is the last pattern, is similar to the first one, but some difference, of course, it needs. So let me show you how to do. Step rec, G sharp in the lower octave, again, middle octave C sharp, D sharp, G sharp, F sharp, This is the bass, so back in the lower octave, G sharp, and let the last note of the melody. Middle octave, sorry, G sharp. Of course, the slide is the same for all of them. So second and third, 5, 6, and 8. Okay, so this is the melody. Well, probably the tricky part is done, so I show you how to build the whole song. I mean, back in my schematic, this is the first bank, okay, pattern 1 to 8, repeated one time. Then the other 4 bank, you can use only one, of course, repeated 4 times, is made by the last one pattern, so pattern 8, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this is copy, are the copy of the first bank. How to do that? Let me show you. You have to press to copy, for example, the last pattern, and then, okay, copy. Then with the knob you can change bank. Of course, you can see this is the fourth. This is probably a gap of this machine. Then in the 4 you press again, okay, and this is the first of the 4. Then back in the third bank, choose for example the second pattern to create the melody, and then pattern, copy, fourth bank, second pattern, copy. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, you have to do this for the 8th pattern. At this point, when you play, only slide your finger on the screen, it repeated how many times you want. So this is really simple, because you can play the first bank, then at the end move in the 4th bank, 8 can go on flawlessly. Okay, so what about sound setup? My suggestion is, let me show you, not too much resonance, and the cutoff you can play with it, of course. So go in the envelope mode, and if you go too much to the right, you can create a zip, a kind of zip sound. I prefer to stay in the middle, in this position, and then play with the cutoff. Okay, now you can listen the demo in a hi-fi stereo, so you can have a more clear idea about this song, and I hope you can enjoy this tutorial. So let me know, and regards to everyone.
Bye.